Good morning, students. Today we start chapter 3 square, cubes and their roots. In this, first we take square and their roots. So, first I explain you squares and square root. What is the concept of square and square root? Square means suppose 2 to the power 2. This is the square of 2. Here we write it 2 into 2, that is 4. It means square of 2 is 4. Now similarly 3 square means 3 into 3, that is 9. So 9 is the square of 3. Now the reverse process of square is square root. Now square root is, suppose we have 4 to, we want to find out the square of square root of 4. Then in that, this is the sign of square root. This is the sign of square root. If we want to find out the square root of 4, then we write the factor of 4, that is 2 into 2, and here square root of 4 is 2. The numbers which are here 2 times, in when we write the square root, we write it at a single time and we get to the square root. Similarly, if we find the square root of 9, then we write the factor of 9, that is 3 into 3, and when we write it a single time we get 3. So here square root of 9 is 3 and square root of 4 is 2, and square of 2 is 4 and square of 3 is 9. So we see that square root is the inverse process of square, reverse process of square. When we find out the square root of 4, that is 2, and square of 2 is 4. In this chapter, first we read the properties of a square and then we discuss the methods by which we find the square root. So today first I explain you the properties of square root. For this, all of you open your book. In this, properties of square roots are given. Now first I am taking the property 1. In property first, square of even numbers are always even. We see that when we find the square of any even number just like 2, that we see that square is 4. So square of even number is also always even. Now the second property is the square of odd numbers is always odd. Suppose 1 is a odd number, when we find the square of 1, 1 into 1, that is 1. It means the square of odd number is always odd. So first and second property is this. So squares of an even number is always even and a square of odd number is always odd. Now we discuss third property. In this property, the square of number, whether the number is positive or negative, is always positive. Suppose we want to find out the square of n number which is positive, then square is always positive. But if the number is negative and we find the square, that is also positive. So by this property we see that square of positive number or negative number is always positive. As we see in this example, 2 square of 2 is 4, but square of minus 2 is also 4. Now we see that square of positive or negative numbers is always positive. This is the third property. Now the fourth property is a number ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. If the last digit of a number is 2, 3, 7 or 8, then number is never a perfect square. Suppose we have a number 2, 3 and 7. Now we see that the last digit is 7. Here we see if the last digit means on ones place. If we have a 2, 3 or 7 or 8, then number is all never a perfect square. Suppose 13, 42, 57, 88. These numbers are not a perfect square. Example 237, 37, 27. These numbers are never a perfect square. Means if the last digit means on ones place, if we have 2, 3, 7 or 8, then number is never a perfect square. This is the property third. Now fourth property, sorry, this is the fourth property. Now I explain you the fifth property. In this property, a number ending with odd number of zeros is not a perfect square. If at last here we see we have 1 0, here we see we have 3 0, here we have 5 zeros. If number of zeros at last is 3 1 3 5 7 9, that numbers are never a perfect square. If we have even number of 0, then number may be a perfect square. But if we have odd number of zeros, then numbers are never a perfect square. If we, now you want to ask that suppose we have a number 100, so it is a perfect square. This is a square of 100 because we have even number of zeros. But suppose we have 300. 300 is not a perfect square. So suppose if we have a even number of zeros, then the number may be a perfect square or not. Both the conditions. In that condition, we have to check by the method, prime factorization method, or by any other method that this is a perfect square or not. So if we have even number of zeros, the number may be perfect square or not. Now property 6. If a number has 1 and 9 in its unit place, then its square ends in 1. Suppose if in a number last on ones place we have 1 and 9. If we have 1 and 9, then in square we always get 1 on ones place. Here suppose square of 1 is 1, square of 9 is 81. Now here we see we have 1 on ones place. Suppose 11 square is 121. Here we have 1. So in ones place we also get 1. 9 square is 80. 19 square 361. Now we see that we have 1 in ones place. Suppose if in a number we have a 1 or 9 on ones place, then in its square ones place we get 1. Now similarly for other numbers, if we have 2 or 8 in its units place, here ones place, then we get 4 at its unit place, in its square unit place. Suppose square of 2 is 4, 8 square is 64, again we get 4 on ones place. 12 square is 144, again we get 4 on ones place. 18 square is 324, again we get 4 on ones place. So if the last digit of a number is 2 or 8, then the last digit of its square is always 4. Now, eighth property for if the last digit is 3 and 7, then its last digit or in its square is always 9. Suppose we see that 223 square is 529. Here we see last digit is 9. 27 square is 729. again we see that last digit is 9. So we see that if the last digit of a number is 3 and 7, then its square last digit is 9. Now, if the last digit is 4 and 6 on unit place, then last digit of a square is always 6. Here we see this example, 4 square is 16, last digit is 6, 6 square is 36, last digit is 6, 14 square is 196, last digit is 6, 16 square is 256, last digit is 6. So if the last digit of a number is 4 and 6, then the last digit of the square is always 6. Now the next property 10, if the number has its unit place 5, if the last digit of the number is 5, then its square last digit ends with in 5. For example, 5 square is 25, so last digit is 5. 15 square to 25, so last digit is again 5. 25 square is 625, so last digit again 5. Now, if a number has 0 at its unit place, then its square ends in 0. So same, if the last digit is 0 of the number, then the last digit of the square is always 0. Now, the last property 12, if a number has 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 at its unit place. Now, suppose if the last digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, its units place, then it may be or may not be a perfect square. Suppose if the last digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, then the number may be or may not be a perfect square. It is not necessary that if the last digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, then number is always a perfect square. In some conditions this is a perfect square, in other condition it may not be a perfect square. So for example, 400, 361, 324, 625, 196 and 298 are perfect square, but 300, 351, 314, 615, 186, 279 are not perfect square. So this in property 4, I told you that if the number end with 2, 3, 7 or 8, never a perfect square. If the last digit is 2, 3, 7 and 8, the numbers are not a perfect square. But if the digits are 1, sorry, if the last digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, then we check by the method, prime factorization method or by division method, the number is a perfect square or not. This we discuss in next exercise. Now the next property 15. In this, if a number has n digits, then its square has 2n minus 1 or 2n number of digits. Here we see, here in 5 we have only one digit. Then in square we have 2n digit. 2 into, and in place of n we put 1, because here we have only one digit, so in place of n we put 1. Then we get 2 1 are 2, means 2 digits in the square. Here we have 2 digits and in square we have 3 digits. 2n minus 1 we apply here, 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 minus 1 means 3 digits. So in squares, we in some conditions we have 2n digit and in some conditions we have 2n minus 1 number of digits. Now property 14. The square of any odd number can be expressed as two consecutive prime positive numbers. So here is the property square of any odd number, means if we have Square of any odd number means 3 square is 9. Then we express this as a sum of two consecutive numbers. Two consecutive numbers, 9 we write 9 as 4 plus 5. 4 and 5 are two consecutive numbers. Suppose here we have 5 square. 5 square is 25 and 25 we write as 12 and 13 square. 12 plus 13. 12 and 13 again consecutive numbers. Two continuous numbers are known as consecutive number. 3 and 4 are consecutive number. 2, 3 consecutive number. 7, 8 are consecutive number. 11 and 12 are consecutive number. So here we have 7 square, that is 49. 49 we express as 24 plus 25. 24 and 25 is again two consecutive numbers. Similarly for 9 square, 81. 81 we express 40 plus 1. So square of any two odd or any odd number can be expressed as sum of two consecutive positive numbers. Now the last property 15, a perfect square always leaves a remainder 0 or 1 when it is divided by 3. When we divide any perfect square number by 3, then we see it leaves remainder as 0 or 1. When we divide any square number, suppose we divide 4 by 3, then we get 1 as remainder. When we divide 9 by 3, then it leaves 0 as remainder. When we divide 16 by 3, then it leaves 1 remainder. And when we divide 25 by 3, then we get 1 as remainder. When we divide any square number by 3, we get 0 or 1 as remainder. Now all of you revise these properties with examples again at home, and then we discuss exercise 3.1 in our next class.